Hey, before continuing this video, please pause the video right now to read this disclaimer on the screen. I will not be going in, major depth with these topics. For the sake, I want to focus on mostly stuff in the game, or lore, or anything slightly out of the game, but mostly kept in the game. Thank you, and enjoy the video. As I'm recording this part is June 19th, I'm currently aware there's a situation going on with Quell, and this is a horrible time to release a video about dandies. However, I want this video out. It's been weighing me down for months, and I just want it out. I'm fully aware my wording about some of the things in this video may be a little harsh. So if you're really protective of Dandy's world and would get really pissy if I hated on it, I suggest you click off now, as this video really isn't for you, as I'm one to get a little mad. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Who's here? What the fuck?
Hello, sir. Is your creator home?
Well, they're busy.
Busy? Busy doing what?
Well, if you don't know, a Pokemon game came out recently as well, so they're currently busy playing that. I want Koribu from Pokemon really badly, bro.
I hear that now. Okay, yeah. They're busy.
God, that is so embarrassing. Anyway, what do you want?
Oh, right. What do I want? Well, I know your creator really likes night characters.
Yeah, they do. How the fuck did you know that? They have not played your game before.
Just a hunch.
Okay. Besides that, is there anything you actually came here for?
Well, I don't know if you heard about my game, Dandy's World. It's awesome, and one of the best, in my opinion, Asyms on ROBLOX.
So you just came here to self-promote?
I do have to get back to the garden view, but I would appreciate it if you told your creator to check out Dandy's World, because we do have a new night character.
I doubt it they will check it out. I'll let them know, but I doubt it.
You will tell them, right?
Yeah, sure. After you leave, I will.
Yeah! Awesome sauce! Great!
Great! Sure, great! Yeah, just go on your merry way.
Anyway, I truly have to get back to the garden view. Please do tell your creator to play Dandy's World. I know they'll really love Soulvester. Bye now!
God, I had to resist myself from punching a child right then and there. Okay, I know this video is way different than my normal videos, but as a fan of horror, this game has been on my radar for a while, and oh boy was it for bad reasons. But I knew I would never play the game until... What? I'm just standing here. Soulvester! I'm a huge sucker for night characters. I don't know why, but I am. So 2 days after New York Comic Con and spotting cardboard cutouts of both Dandy and Pebble at the New York Comic Con booth, I caved. I finally played Dandy's World, and that leads me to...
Bunga!
When first booting up the game, you are met with a screen that reads,
In Dandy's World you play as Toons, descending deeper into the Garden View Center, while researching and surviving twisters. Extract etcher from machines to complete floors and use etcher to unlock more tunes.
Then it offers you 2 starter tunes, Poppy and Boxton. Poppy gains a speed boost when attacked by a Twisted, and Boxton gains more extraction speed if there are more players in your round. I recommend choosing Poppy, as unless if you have friends, Boxton isn't really good for new players, because god damn, Dandy's World players are mean. They seem to try exclude new players in public lobbies, which sucks. But don't worry, I'll show those pros. I'll pick Poppy and be the best Poppy player after the tutorial.
A little later.
Is there no tutorial? Not even a place to practice to figure out my tune? There has to be one. Fighting has one, obviously. Let me just look around a bit more.
5 minutes later.
They have a roleplay room but no tutorial? Fine. I'll just go ask the role players for help on this game.
Hello, Mr. Roleplayer. Do you know how to play the game?
You're asking a role player. No. Fuck off.
Well, surely there has to be others, right?
Guys, look out! It's Evil John Dandy!
It's me, EvilJohnDandy.exe, the Alpha Wolf Pack leader of the Twisteds. Don't touch my tail, I have even demons inside me, aka babies! Don't ever fool with me, or I'll send my evil dogs after you! I'll clean out your life! Da 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 da! Ah!
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask my friends for help.
Yeah.
I just went on lobby with my good old pal Arcade and Ryan. It was something, alright. I can tell you that. It was something. Arcade taught me the ropes of dandies and it was repetitive. Let me explain. Run around, collect research, also fill up machines. Get to the elevator, leave it a couple seconds later, run around to collect research and also fill up the machines. Get to elevator, leave it a couple seconds later to run around to collect research and also fill up machines. Repeat that for... Actually, I don't know how long, because it's an infinite elevator.
But with that, it's quite repetitive but also boring, with other Asyms being somewhat repetitive in their own way after a couple rounds, maybe equaling to about half an hour before I get bored. Within mere minutes for my first and other times playing dandies, it was so repetitive. I genuinely felt like I was asleep at a wheel of a car.
Man, it sure is nice and... Where am I? You know, that doesn't matter. At least I can practice my bass guitar in peace. Do I hear something?
Huh? What?
You good, bro? Oh, he not good, bro. They not good. They not good.
It's just so samey, even if filling the Ichor machines have 3 different skill checks. Besides being a distractor and maybe a support, what else can you really do? I mean, you can shop at Dandy's shop sometimes to get the worst items known to man! And I mean, there are some card modifiers, but those mostly help you. And there aren't any really risk for more reward modifiers except time's up. Time's Up is currently the only challenge card in the game, and it stands out against all the other cards that you can get because it stands out like a holographic Pokemon EX card. The Time's Up card reads as follows.
Travel to one of the most dangerous places in Garden View. Complete this challenging floor to earn plus 50 stamina for the rest of the run.
Which isn't bad for the Flourish challenge, but I feel like it could have one more perk. Let's be honest here. If you're playing with friends who don't really care for dandies in like a way they know every little tiny detail about dandies, you're gonna have multiple friends die in group run before floor 9, which is around the time you can finally get Time's Up in your card rotation. But in my opinion, it'd be nice to have a new card or Time's Up have a little another perk. Perhaps maybe reviving one player who's still spectating. That could be nice. Because coming from someone who doesn't play dandies 24/7, dying in the game will be very common. And it'd be nice to actually be on a main Twisted floor for once and not be dead. Anyway, with gameplay has to heavily rely on another thing. And that being... the UI. It's, simple, but simple to a point where it blends in with the other Roblox games that use blocky UI. Like, the UI does what it's meant to do for, you know, a UI, but it gets to the point where simplicity is everywhere on this UI and other places in dandies. But it's been a couple months writing and recording this, and it's currently the 31st of December as of writing this part. And oh my god! Why does the Christmas UI look better than the current UI? If any of the dandies devs are watching this, please try to go for similar UI to the Christmas UI. More colors, but not too many. More craft/file-like elements. And like I said, it's definitely an improvement over the current simpler UI and fits the theme of the game of finding research at least. I'm not no UI designer, but I think it would fit. While yes, the UI works for, you know, being a UI, it doesn't hurt to be a bit creative while making it. Like maybe for the bottom left corner with your trinkets and Ichor amount, You can make it be like, I don't know, maybe a file, maybe be in a file, or hell, even be tabbed in a file, or this could apply to the UI above. With stuff like stats, tunes, trinkets, and twisteds in that category, it would really fit, since most of the research you collect in Dandies relates to that side of the UI in the lobby. Hey, Editing RC here. So before we end this segment, I just joined Dandies World to find out they added a new section called Journal. Or I think it's new at least. I have a horrible memory. But within that, the Journals UI is literally a journal. It genuinely just feels way better than the rest of the UI already. Like, thank you, Quell, or whoever, like, had this idea. Genuinely, this is one step to improving the game. A better UI that isn't just overly simple. Anyway, let's keep going on. You know, on the research topic, we should probably address one of the many elephants in the room. Call me MatPat, cause it's time to explain some more! This bit sucks. Okay, seriously though. Within the time I've played Dandies, I've barely found... Oh! Okay, that's a bit stupid. I need to stop doing that. Anyway. So from what I can tell, what is able to be found from basic surface knowledge of the game, you can find small bits of your tunes you already own in the Tunes tab, but that only gives info on tunes you own, and that's really it. It also gives you info on their abilities. However, I don't know how important abilities are to the Dandies world lore, I'm gonna be honest. Dandy and Dial and, like, you know, sometimes the event shop characters, when you talk to them, they give you, like, little small lore dumps. And, you know, when you're in the elevator with your friends and you have matching tunes, sometimes they'll interact and give you small lore dumps too. But that's not really a lot of the lore you can find. Like, I want to know more besides just like, hey, it's me, Soulvester. I'm the sister of Connie. So let me go look for that lore and I will be right back.
A little later.
So it's apparently only in certain floors and in roleplay mode? So you have to actively go out of your way to find the lore. Which, I mean, normally lore hunters don't mind, but when you're doing a video on a game, yeah, it's probably nice to have, like, the lore right in front of you to read and criticize. Thankfully, there's a wiki I can look at, so give me 5 hours and I will be right back.
5 hours later.
So after reading a decent amount of the lore pages on the wiki, here's what I can get down to a summary and a little critique I have after that. In October of 1984, October 4th, the owners of the Garden View, Arthur Walton and Delilah Keene, signed for a personal loan application to build the Garden View Park and Educational Center. Somewhere along the lines of 1984 and 1987, Dandy and their friends and their shows, or at least their concepts, are created, and somewhere during that time period, Dandy is brought to life as well. On August 24th, Pebble is now made real, and is given to Dandy as a pet in the video.
Dandy, are you still having issues with your breathing?
Nope. You fixed that right last week. No issues since.
Noted. You said you felt lonely last I took notes. Is that still true?
You and Arthur are great, but it's a little lonely. Come on, Delilah. There ain't no tune like me.
Arthur!
Dandy, we like you to be Pebble, just like the show. You're pet rock, remember?
I do remember. Oh, Pebble!
And soon, you'll be able to have even more friends. It'll be a dream come true. Here, buddy. And Dandy, remember, your joy is my joy.
From that video, we can see Delilah is more stern/serious, and clearly while Delilah is talking, Dandy seems to not be enjoying these questions as he is grabbing his pedals, which kinda could be seen as a way of nervousness. But Arthur seems more pleasant to talk, and talks to Dandy in a more father-son kinda way, ending the video, your joy is my joy. Somewhere between 1987 and 1988, Astro, Sprout, Shelly, and V are brought to life, clearly getting along well with each other. In 1990 and 1991, the holiday tunes of Bobette, Bassie, and Gordy are now in the shows alongside the other tunes. Between 1992, February 10th, to 2001, April 8th, it's just more shows released, and I don't think those are too important. The only one to take slight note of here is Cooking Chaos, featuring Sprout, and Cosmo. Another show to take note of was Day Out starring Pebble, because on that same day, video of Sprout and Cosmo and Sprout's toon handler, Sam, is seen— Wait! I don't even explain toon handlers, because this is suddenly out of nowhere, because the lore is a little hard to find. Let me get this out of the way. If you've ever been to a convention before and seen someone in those big, bulky cosplays or fursuit, have you ever wondered how they handle themselves? Well, 90% of the time, they have handlers. What is a handler, you may ask? Well, handlers, well, you know, handle people. Let's take the fursuit example for the reason of— Yeah, I used to be a furry. I'd rather not explain why I left the fandom, thank you. So, I have more experience there. Basically, with fursuits, you have limited visibility and movement type depending on your suit type. Here I have a partial suit minus the tail since I couldn't find it. Basic functions like eating is off limits if I don't want to get my suit dirty, and let's just say I'm carrying a prop around that I want to place down so I can eat. And I also want to go to the break room, but I have no one with me. It's gonna be very hard to navigate by myself, so that's why 90% of the time, big bulky cosplays normally have handlers because basic functions may be off limit and will need help. Sometimes even handlers do a lighter cosplay to match the person they are handling, or sometimes they'll just get color-coded shirts or something, and also maybe change their outfit a little bit, but not fully. But toon handlers are near identical to cosplay/fursuit handlers. But toon handlers exist so the toons have other friends or just can have help with certain tasks. Their faces are always covered in shadow, and their outfits try to match the color of their toon they're helping. Anyway, now we can finally get to Sprout, Cosmo, and Sam's video. Hey, just being honest here, there is no dubbing for these next two videos. Sorry. In that video, we can see Cosmo and Sprout talking, when suddenly a fire from their cooking breaks out. Sam is the one to put it out. This leaves Sam somewhat stressed, and both Cosmo and Sprout go up to Sam to comfort them, which shows toon handlers probably have a real connection to their toon, especially Sam. Back in 2001, being non-binary was definitely a concept not as widely accepted as it is now. Even now, people still have the concept of slightly changing your pronouns, but back then it would be way worse. I don't know if Sam was a closeted non-binary, but I have reason to believe they probably are. And probably Sprout and the other toons closely associated to Sprout are probably the only ones who know Sam uses they, them, and not other pronouns. But definitely we will see more of the toon handlers get more closer to their toons later on. December 6th of 2001, we get a video of Arthur talking to Bobette. Arthur seems to have gotten a slight personality change since Dandy's video in 1987, seeming more confident with more slight business meeting talking methods, while obviously still telling Bobette she doesn't have to make twice the amount of presents. She doesn't really want to deny it, and after Arthur leaves, she sits down for a second, then gets back up, nods, seemingly preparing herself for the task ahead. As her friends, they aren't the best at gift making, as we will see later on. Cole is a rock and can't really do anything. Ginger has impressive cookie decorating skills, but her cooking is really bad. And well, Rudy has hooves. He can't really make or wrap presents with hooves, can he now? In 2002, in May, a talk between V and their handler Veronica talks about V getting an upgrade to a version 2. Editing Ursa here, I'm taking over for reading the last couple lines, cause the VR chat mic really didn't like reading for some reason. V version 2 never came to fruition, and Veronica says they'll try to talk Delilah and Arthur out of it, as V seems mad about the idea of being upgraded at all. And Veronica puts her hand on V's TV head to comfort them, but even if then V was still gonna be upgraded no matter what, it seems those plans would be cancelled as...
I'll see you in the next band.
The malfunction incident, aka only 1 month later in June on the 24th, the malfunction incident occurred and the city newspaper announced that the Garden View Educational Center and Museum is set to shut its doors on June the 29th, due to allegations of lack in safety regulations caused by the malfunction incident. What was the malfunction incident? I literally have no clue. Looking around on the wiki only shows like Arthur saying, "I want to remain silent about this." And Shelly's tune handler, Shannon, leaving a note for Shelly before everyone had to leave.
Hey, Shells, I was gone and told you this, but I won't be allowed back into the building very soon, so I'm leaving this here, where I know you'll find it. Big Man Arthur sent me and some of the others got to get out of here. Don't worry though, I'm sure this is something that will pass and we'll all be back soon. I know you may get lonely without our long chit-chats, but I assure you the other tunes do care about you. Please, keep cheering everyone on for me until I get back. Look, it's you.
And that is all I can put for the timeline summary-wise, as there is some lore I still want to mention in a rapid fire, so let's quickly get that out of the way. Arthur designed Dandy and his friends and ran the show, while Delilah was the one tasked to bringing them to life. The holiday tunes seem to be upset when their holiday is over and seem to be often found in the corner sad, meaning the holiday tunes suffer from extreme loneliness or have some sort of depression when it isn't their time to shine. Some characters are related by being brothers or sisters. Mostly Soulvester and Connie are like the first two I can name off the top of my head. Dial was never meant to join the tunes in their show, but it's clearly something he wanted at some point in a radio transcript. By the way, editing RC here, I know they released a video for Coco related to Bassie, but I will not cover that here right now, I'm sorry. But with that, in my opinion, the lore is pretty good from what we've seen so far. I don't know much, but it seems decent, at least. I just wish we knew more about the malfunction incident, as I feel like that's what leads up to Dandy's world. The game we play, by the way. I think the only other criticism I could give, instead of starting in 1984, I feel like somewhere between 1987 or 1990 would be the better start year for Dandy's. As I feel like Dandy's tune style is way more like 2000s than 1984. But maybe that's just me. But before you can write the lore, comes the characters. And before you have characters, you need the...
Officer Steelwool, Justice Supporter.
Rex Mose, school dance chaperone and historian.
Wendy's employee, Wendy's employee.
The designs of a game are what make the game stick. And Dandy's has stuck with some people, however for me, it hasn't. However, characters like Bendy, Freddy, Tattletale, and somehow even Mr. Peterson are character designs from indie horror that have stuck with me for years. They're all kinda simple, and in the modern day Roblox horror, I think some games took simple a bit too simple. I'm talking about you, Blue Rainbow friends, and your other friends. This is bullshit. I'm a good design, right? It's hard to comment on specific designs besides the head shapes of the characters being their most important feature. However, I think the tunes need more body types, chubbier, bulkier, maybe more clothes, or just anything else. Squirm, the new tune, is a good example of it. Like, that's just flat out a worm or caterpillar. While I'm a character designer, I don't know really what to say besides body types help sell the character silhouette. I feel like Bobette could be chubbier, as apparently that's a part of her character, but currently, I really only see a bulky sweater. Besides that, the game has same-face character syndrome. Not fully, but it's like a weird variant of it. 90% of the time, the characters in-game are just grinning. Just grinning. Yeah, I know my friends are really insane, but let me just smile through this, why don't I? It's even more noticeable in the music videos that we're gonna mention later on. They don't really have much movement types in the rigs to, like, do 2D mouths and eyes that can look around fully. It's kinda sad. Speaking of eyes, there's been one thing that has been pissing me off for months about Dandy's. With the same face syndrome comes same eye syndrome. All the toons in Dandy's world have the same eye type. There are some that are half-lidded, but a character recently got gutted of their half-lids, and that was Soulvester. In Soulvester's trailer, you can see him be half-lidded for 90% of the trailer, and I'm pretty sure that's how half the Dandy's World fandom thought Soulvester would look. However, when Soulvester got added into the game when I got home from New York Comic Con, there was no half-lids. Yeah, I'm being honest as well. Besides body type, a character's face makes or breaks their design. For an example, here's one of my recently made Tombstona's Scorn. Out of these faces I put up, which one do you think is his real face? Keep in mind, he's meant to be super intimidating. However, there's a different story behind that guy. So go on, pause the video and take a guess. Is it this one, this one, this one, or this one? If you guess this one, then you are more than correct. While in his lore, he's born from an abuser's guilt, he's not like the abuser. He's trying to better himself. It's a whole other thing. Characters can still look intimidating while having a softer side. Yet in Dandy's, Soulvester's just, "Hi guys, I'm Soulvester! Look at my face, I'm wide awake." When I personally would prefer, his half-lidded expression that adds something to the character. However, let me finally get to one of my biggest icks with Dandy's World.
You look like Freddy Fazbear.
So the Twisteds are one of my biggest icks of Dandy's World. Like, don't even get me started. Like, I know some of my horror designs aren't scary, or, some of my normal characters that aren't even meant to be horror characters turn out scary. But oh my god, all the designs in Dandy's World Twisted-wise look like 2010's creepypasta rejects!
Look, Mr. Dandy World. I would love to let you in, but I don't think you're a horror character, buddy. This is bullshit! You went over Emin!
Do they work as horror? Hell no! You gotta be 5 if you think Soulvester's design is scary at all. But don't worry, I got someone who literally redesigns all the toons for a living to come and help me, criticize the toons in their twisted forms. Now may I present—
It's me again!
Why are you here? Wait, why is there music starting?
My name is John Dandy, and I like to pee. I don't know what the fuck I am, and I feel this glee. There's gold twisted, the new twist isn't even a fucking rock. For good times and bad times, like, oh my god, is that fucking sick? This is the John Dandy Show.
What the fuck? Why are we in the midnight opera specifically on the interview set?
Well, you see, I want to hear your criticism on the twisted designs, not no one else.
Fine. But can I go back to my video after this? I still want to do the music section.
Fine by me. Now, audience of the John Dandy Show, who's ready to hear this man's criticism? Tough crowd. Anyway, please give your criticism on the main Twisteds. I want to hear what you have to say about my friend.
Twisted Astro. What the fuck is that? Like, actually, that doesn't look like anything I see in my dreams or nightmares. And isn't he the toon that's the one, based on sleep the most? There's so much the devs could have done with this. More arms, a more flowy look to this Twisted. But no, you get this shit. Twisted Bassie is even worse. My first time seeing her was through the Wilted song Sam Haft made. She's a flower basket! You could have made her flowers be her walking abilities, but no.
Let's give her little tiny spider legs at the bottom and a bigger arm, covered in black ichor. This isn't horror. This is booty butt shit from an ass.
What's the Bobette? Honestly, I'm kind of fine with her. I'm being honest, I'm kind of fine with her. Maybe, tone down the spikes a bit. A little, not too much. Maybe add a little bit more spikes around, but, not, kind of protruding from the collar. Besides that, yeah, I actually don't mind her, actually. Twisted Bobette is, the only main Twisted I don't really give a fuck about that. She's fine. Twisted Gordy. Meet Potential Twisted! Make the plants, go along his whole ichor body. Maybe make the top half seem limp like a puppet almost. And then you have a pretty good design. It's not that bad, but by then you probably have a pretty good design. Twisted Pebble.
RJ, why you not trying to laugh, bro? This is much better for shit, yo.
This has gotta be one of the worst twisted designs. I'm sorry, I don't even know what you could do to fix this shit. I'm just being honest. What could you do to fix this dog? Oh my god. Not everything needs a twisted, I'm gonna be honest. Anything in horror, it doesn't need a twisted form always. Look at Boris from fucking, you know, Bendy and the Ink Machine in that one chapter. While Alice modified him to kill you, originally he looked fine. I think Pebble is a perfect example of what not to do when you're making a horror character. Twisted Shelly. I see what they were trying to do here. I think it could work. However, it would require a lot more shattering of Shelly's head and probably a lot more ichor. And you know, I don't think Quell wants to lose the Care Bears collab they had. Twisted Sprout is the same thing as Pebble. But Sprout looks like he'd be in the mirror singing to himself like, crawling in my skin. But really horribly because he looks emo as fucking shit.
Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Twisted V. Twisted V looks like if a fan design of Mr. Puzzle and Vox from Hazbin Hotel did it, one of them got pregnant, and whoever was the one holding V in their stomach for 9 months probably had a thing with a couple Sonic.exes out of the 7,000 Sonic.exes out there, getting it on like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, cause why is she crying blood and why is she linky as shit? Twisted Dial. Twisted Dial could have been this cool-ass Twisted, combined with gears, mechanics, like, more, like, puzzle motifs across his body. But no! You don't get this huge, like, menacing mechanical man made out of ichor and, like, mechanical parts walking around. No, you get this fucking snake of a bitch. You know, fun fact about this design, I have a Twitter private account, and one of my friends really likes Vor. And I saw Vor art of this guy, specifically the twisted form exactly. And he had the Sans Undertale 2017 glowing belly Vor bullshit. Boring Twisted Roger. I don't get it. Who the fuck wakes up one day and is like, yeah, I think I'm gonna draw Vor of Twisted Dial, but he has the Sans Undertale 2017 Vor belly.
This is a fetish Vor comic where Sans is storing the human souls in his big round belly.
Oh, what the fuck did they put in that eggnog?
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. Yes, I think I should do that to my friend. Yes, I should do that. Now, don't even get me started on you, John Dandy.
Me? And I'm not even a Twisted character actually in the game.
Yeah, but you're close enough to Twisted Dandy. Anyway, what was the dev team thinking? Like, oh my god! This gotta be one of the worst horror designs and/or Twisted designs ever. How does the Dandies team keep fucking up plant-based designs? That could be so cool! However, they make shit from the butt like what's exactly right in front of me. Dandy could have been this cool-ass design with like ichor combined with the plants instead of vines. It was like the reels from the film tapes. But no, you get feral Dandy instead. Personally, if I was in charge of Dandy's world, I get inspiration from Delightful's like Earth Dragon video, cause that is perfect on how you make a kind of like beast-like design for like plants. As I mentioned, Dandy's world is fun to play with friends. With a voice chat. Keyword, with voice chat. For the reason is if you're in a solo run by yourself, no music, no one else, just you, and you just have the world audio on for Dandy's world, this is what it feels like. Yeah, there's quite a lack of sound, but mostly music. The only type of music I've heard from this game so far is the copyright-free piano covers playing from the radios in the lobby. I genuinely think that this game would highly benefit from more sound and music. To show my case, let me compare a couple seconds of Dandy's lobby and the chase in the game to other games. Also, if they do have a chase, I'll put a chase here. Dandy's World. Fighting. Regretivator. Outcome memories. Pillar Chase 2. Dandy's World Chase. Outcome Memories Chase. Pillar Chase 2 Chase. Does not.
What am I here?
Hey y'all, RC here. So, a little update. Dandy's has gotten updates. There is some music in the lobby now, which will be the next talking segment, but not exactly like the one I recorded originally. But, I mean, they're getting somewhere. Forsaken originally was on this list, but we know what happened to Forsaken. So, with that, past RC basically forgot to say which games should Dandy's take sound inspiration by. Genuinely, I'm thinking Forsaken, a little bit of Outcome, and Regretivator. Anyway, back to the actual video.
If you listen there, you can hear Dandy's is quite quiet, lacking sound and a bunch of music.
Compared to Fighting, the lobby is playing hype music. Characters are fighting. Well, not really. They're testing their abilities. Or play fighting, role-playing, whatever. Or like Regretivator. The lobby has some music, not a lot. It also has sound effects for what's going on in the environment. Perhaps a whirring of a soda machine? I definitely think Dandy should follow in the footsteps of those other games, especially sound effect-wise. If you listen to me, I think huge parts of games are the fucking music and the sounds. It gets you quite immersed in the world sometimes. I'm saying it to my full heart here. The Dandy's World devs should focus on sound. Horror heavily depends on sound as well. Like, I'm sorry, when I'm harvesting Ichor, I don't want to hear what basically sounds like fucking pissing. But listen, I think next update, or any update in the future, the Dandy's World devs should push their focus on the sound. The thing is, I know the Dandy's World devs have money to invest in sound and music. Let me explain. They were gonna have a makeshift plushie before the huge rock situation, and now they are currently partnered with Culturefly. If you don't know, they make the merch for Indigo Park and like a bunch of other things. And with that, at New York Comic Con, a convention I recently went to, they had cardboard cutouts of Pebble and Dandy at the Culturefly booth. You guys don't know how much this means for a Roblox game to be at an event like New York Comic Con. I don't think Dandy was there specifically, but at New York Comic Con of all things, right next to the fucking Glitch Productions booth, that's quite insane. They're just having Pebble and Dandy from a fucking Roblox game. They invite out unique geese, but they didn't have cardboard cutouts of Rambling or Indigo Park's Lloyd. Where were they, huh? They have Pebble and Dandy from a Roblox game. That is really insane. Editing RC here. I was recently made aware that Dandy's World is gonna have a booth at Las Vegas, like, Comic-Con, basically. Not like Comic-Con exactly, but something called Level Up Expo. I have 2 friends going, and hey, Future RC, after the, like, convention happens, put, like, any photos they took on the screen and credit them, by the way. Thank you. But apparently they got one of the main booths, which is, like, basically for fucking Glitch Productions. Last year, Glitch had one of the main booths. I think this year they're gonna have it again. So I don't know if you guys know, but that is really insane. How can a Roblox game do this? What the hell? Anyway, back to the video.
And now we should probably address the elephant in the room. What do you mean they hired one of the most popular nerdcore artists of all time to make a song for Dandy's World? To write a full song for them to only keep it on the radio, and the person that wrote it is CG. Okay. Can someone explain to me why they reached out to CG5 to make a full song you put in the game for the song to only be the equivalent of finding any of the hidden Bendy fan songs on the radio in Bendy and Ink Machine?
Up next on Dandy Radio.
That's not Dandy.
Okay, jokes aside, it genuinely is just the Bendy radio. It's only a certain part of the melody of the song on a radio on a Halloween exclusive map. As I said, music should be a big part of any game, no matter the game genre. So the fact this is more of an Easter egg than anything makes me kind of sad. Even if I personally don't like the song, it's a bit feels lackluster. The song's also just stuck in an event map. Probably after the Halloween event, we're not gonna see this map until next Halloween. But besides that, let's talk about the visuals in the song. Don't get me wrong, the animation is great, but oh my god, why do the tunes look like the fucking animatronics from FNAF, but they were less expressive? But definitely the tunes look lifeless, is basically what I'm trying to say. They don't have any expressions besides the mouths and the faces. I can tell the animator behind this had to add stuff to Gordy's rig just to get him to express sadness. The eyes kind of move with it, and sometimes it looks really weird. And definitely all the tunes in Dandy's World need an overhaul of body shape. Like, taller, smaller, stumpy, and their faces too. Because they're all just stuck with one face. I've seen fighting change faces just for the talking. I've seen Forsaken anytime they get hurt, or after a low heart life. Hurt faces, hurt faces. But in Dandy's World, only a couple tunes expressed hurt faces. What's going on there, buddy? The tune models, I feel like there should be 2 versions. One for promotional material and animations like that, and then the ones in game.
Oi, Mangle! What
Day.
is it?
Christmas Day! Christmas Day?! Jolly old Saint Nick! This video is taking long enough, this is gonna be a smaller segment. So, as I was working on this video, another song for Dandy's released, and that is called The Perfect Christmas by Milk in the Microwave and Axie. Let me see, what are these people known for?
A little later.
You know what, I didn't know Milk in the Microwave was the Sans glow stick dick person. It's your drink!
Ladies! For the one time.
I thought Axie only animated, what the fuck? You know what? Shock aside, let me talk about this. Like I said, I don't want to talk about this too much, as I want to talk about, you know, other things just besides, hey, here's official Nerdcore songs by the Dandy's team. But my opinions on the music video is, the singing is very wonderful. The whole video itself, I like way more than Locked Away's music video. The tunes feel at least more expressive than, you know, whatever Gordy had in the other video. The twisted part with Bobette felt wonderfully done to explain what probably becoming a twisted is like for at least Bobette. I definitely enjoy this one way more than Locked Away, in like all honesty. If I was a bigger fan of Dandy's, this would definitely go on my playlist and I would listen to it again. But hey, I mean hey, there's no way another song could just drop out of nowhere, and we're done with this segment, right? So you can clearly tell I'm wearing a different avatar, right? So, I was gonna visit a friend in VR chat. However, a couple of minutes ago, I just got aware of something. Another official Dandy song exists. This video has taken so long that there's now 3 official Dandy's nerdcore songs. It is so confusing. Okay, well, it hasn't come out yet, as I'm quite literally recording 2 days before the song even drops. I was literally just chilling listening to fucking Living Tombstone. Jeez, guys, I wonder what my favorite band is. Anyway, the actual song is called Wilted, and it's the third song in the official Dandy's World Nerdcore saga. To the count of the people who are gonna be featured in this video, as currently right now, it is 2 days before, like I mentioned. Bassie is played by Oreo. Oreo is known for All Eyes on Me. That one Alice Ben the Ending Machine song, which is really good. And Coco is played by Toasty Marshmallow. If you don't know, she is the voice of Amanda the Adventurer in Jake Neutron's, you know, Amanda the Adventurer songs. Editing RC here, that did not age well. Oh, buddy. And Molly McCaw in Indigo Park. And the song itself was produced by someone called Andrew Underberg? I personally don't know who that is, and Sam fucking Okay, this part is gonna be completely unedited. No scripting, no nothing. Well, I'm gonna edit it, obviously, but there's gonna be no scripting for this. If you don't know, Sam Haft is... see that green fuck on screen right now? He plays that motherfucker in the Living Tombstone. You know what? Here, so just to fit the part. Yeah, it's me, fucking Rust Living Tombstone, sure. As if I haven't changed avatars enough in this video. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't expect Sam fucking Haft to be working on a Dandy's World song, I'm gonna be honest. Like, where the fuck did you come from, Sam Haft? I'm being serious, by the way. You know, I think the guy who talks about his big fat tits on Instagram is not the person I would expect to be working on a Dandy's World song. But I'm really fucking shocked right now. Okay, once again, to catch everyone up to speed, Sam Haft is known for working on Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, but more personally, in my opinion, his more influential role is working as Rust in The Living Tombstone, and also working on My Ordinary Life. If you don't know what that is, one of the best Living Tombstone songs out there, or one of the most popular ones. I don't know if that's your opinion. That could be mine, who knows. But literally a couple seconds ago, I was reading this in live time. Jeez, I wonder what music video I'm listening to right now. I wonder what plushies I have on that wall over there.
Hey, don't forget in real life too.
And jeez, I wonder what avatar I'm wearing over here. And jeez, I wonder what this is a poster of. I'm like, really surprised. How is Dandy just pulling like all these nerdcore giants out of nowhere? Like, what do you want me to say?
So, the Level Up Expo mention, huh? Sam Haft was at the Dandy's booth? Same with Yoav in their TLT outfits? What the fuck? Does this mean anything? Probably not. But I'm still jealous of my friend. He got to see them. Then he got like pulled over by a Dandy's World dev saying, hey, thanks for cosplaying the skin I made. Like, what the hell? Editing RC here again. I am so sorry. I want you to know how long this video has taken. It has taken so long that I'm at the Living Tombstone myself. This video has taken so fucking long. I am so sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I just didn't expect Sam motherfucking Haft out of like all people to be working on a Dandy's World song. You know, does this bring into question if like this is like a Living Tombstone song at all? Actually, now that I think about it. Listen, I already have this like talk with my friends. There was a song out there called Goomba Got Back. Editing RC here. We need to cut this segment down. So to get the context out of the way, the Living Tombstone, I think Yoav specifically, worked on a remix for a YouTuber called Gaijin Goomba of Baby Got Back, but Goomba Got Back. And Yoav made the instrumental, I think. And that's all you need to know? Past RC, stop bringing up Goomba Got Back. It's not that funny. Editing RC, please cut out my whole yapping about Goomba Got Back. I don't think anyone wants to know about Goomba Got Back. I'm gonna be so honest. Anyway, fast forward to when the song released, please. I'm gonna go join my friend in VR chat elsewhere now.
A little later.
Okay, so me and my friend just got done with a VR chat interview about our little Tombstone project performer group thing, and now I finally have the free time to react to the video in VR since I thought, you know what, might as fucking well keep up the trend of being in VR while doing the music bits. So I'm gonna listen to the music video. It's been a couple days since release. People very much don't like it so far. People accuse Sam Haft of using AI, even if the Living Tombstone and Sam Haft in general is very against using AI. I don't know what the fuck else happening, bro. I didn't enjoy that at all. I'm gonna be honest, I know Sam Haft wrote the track for Asym Hotel, like most of the music, but that just felt like a Asym Hotel song, but for dandies. The lyrics, they're a bit too on the nose. Like, girl, I agree with you, Bassie. People hate you if you're autistic or some shit. That happened to me a lot when I was younger. But I don't know, man. I'm normally one to glaze, like, Living Tombstone. I know both Sam's personal work and Yoav's personal work are really good. When they combine, cinema. This song is just very Asym Hotel-y. Because I'm gonna be honest, saying, I'm not perfect, I'm what they made. I'm not perfect, I'm not what they made, or whatever. Bassie was animated good in some parts. Personally, I never seen Twisted Bassie, and that was my first ever reaction, and what is that design? What is that design? In my opinion, this is in my opinion, don't jump me for this. I can see why people dislike it. Oreo singing and I forgot who else, I'm so sorry. They voiced Molly McCaw in Indigo Park. Their singing is very good. I won't lie. I couldn't even tell Bassie was Oreo for some parts, because I'm more used to like the you told me what to do and what to say. So that I couldn't tell was really her at some parts, and then Toasty Marshmallow, she did good. It's just, for me, with songs, people know this about me. The vocals or the lyric writing makes it or breaks it for me.
Yo, I'm editing this right now. I'm in the final home stretch and I'm rewatching this part and listening to Wilting if I want to add like any extra information. I'm sorry. Why does Bassie's like twisted part remind me of the Cougar McDowell Daisy Bell cover that sounds like booty butt demonic bullshit? I don't know, it just reminds me of it. Like I mentioned earlier, Dandies was at New York Comic Con, and literally the creator of Dandies, Quell, pulled up to the event. I haven't even seen any other Roblox game get that far and have a meetup with the creator at a convention. The closest I've seen was one of Pressure's voice actors, like actually being a voice actor at events where you could get shit signed from them. But however, after, you know, that whole Pressure situation, they no longer work for Pressure. Fun day I went to New York Comic Con, Quell wasn't there. I went on Friday. So I only really saw the cardboard cutouts of Pebble and Dandy, like I mentioned before. However, a convention happened recently called Level Up Expo. Now, before you ask, RC, did you go? No, I'm on the East Coast, far from Level Up Expo. I didn't go. But to get an opinion on this, let's go ask some of my friends who did go to the convention.
What is your name?
Hi, my name's Vague Squid.
Did he crash? Did Santi crash? No, did Santi fucking crash? Oh! He's dead!
My name online is Silk Santi, but formerly I'm Santiago. And that right there is Thomas Silvers.
Yeah, he's totally a part of this interview.
Yep.
First of all, how was your Level Up Expo in a couple words?
It was chaotic, it was fun, met a lot of good people.
In a couple words, okay, big, crowded, and really fun.
Since you said you stopped by the Dandies booth, can you tell me what was the booth like?
It was oddly theme park-like and very high detail. It's clear they got a pretty big amount of budget to work with. And I thought it was kind of... photos and videos don't do you justice, but when you walk there, they made physical props and sets that felt really professional, well-made of parts of the maps. And very in specific, I want to point out two pieces, being the little Dandy statue, which is like insanely accurate and well made. It's clearly a big company made this, and the functioning Icar machine, which I thought was like incredible. It did feel like a little theme park minigame or carnival attraction, and there's lots of passion put into this little thingy.
Booth. Alright, well, okay. Well, first of all, you know, since it's Dandy's world, very crowded. It was really cute though. They got a lot going on, especially with the sign in front of it all, like in front of the whole attraction. There was this giant Twisted Dandy inflatable that I remember seeing in the server too. It was cool. Basically, it's something you'd see out of a Spirit Halloween, you know, like some kind of decoration like that. But and of course things to do. There was a little shop. There was an exclusive poster that I did buy there. It's an alright poster. But of course the main attraction was the Ichor machine. That you had to wait a very long line, huge line to do. You'd probably have to buy the VIP pass to even do it. I myself didn't get to do the machine at all, but I know one thing that was a part of the game was you do get this little prize at the end. You get a box in the shape of a tape, and it came with like a pin, a couple of.
Did you go inside the booth at all, or did you linger around it but not go like fully into it?
I went in the booth quite a bit. At least once each of the days, I checked out the booth to see what was going on. Albeit on days 2 and 3, it was mostly closed off. There was a line circling around it for the Ichor machine. But on day 1, you could just walk in set, and they even had a photo op, and you could take a photo in front of a very big Dandy's plush in the middle.
I did. It was really cool. Of course, like there was a ton of different decor and just like different items from the game. There's little sketches of like different like little cartoon shorts of the characters that were on this just like all these different like little skits of animation on this one table there, which was pretty cool. There was a giant Dandy plushie in a shop from the elevator. One thing that I do remember about that plushie is that was like a 1 in 100 thing that you could win from doing the Ichor machine. It was really cool. I remember seeing someone walk away with that plushie, like that giant Dandy plushie from doing the machine. I couldn't believe that was one of the prizes there. It was really funny. Yeah.
I don't think that would be a prize, in my opinion.
On top of that, of course, me and my sister went to it. So yeah, we did go inside a small portion of the booth, and we got some photo ops in front of one of the signs there, which is really nice. I went as Roger, my sister went as Toodles, so we were kind of matching with the cosplays there. You know this obviously, RC, but one thing I did see in the distance of the booth was the 2 lead singers for the Living Tombstone that were just also lingering in the booth. It was really cool. Outside of the booth, a developer from Danny's World, specifically developer that designed the specific Roger skin that I was cosplaying. It was really cool. He told me that like he actually like he was pretty convinced that was actually Sam and Yoav, in which it was.
Oh, jeez, I wonder who has that Living Tombstone outfits IRL only. Whoa!
Cosplay, you don't know that.
Did you get to play the Ichor harvesting minigame they had?
I unfortunately did not get to play it. Every time I got to the booth, the line had wrapped around multiple times, and given that I wanted to see various panels, do specific things with friends, I was not willing to wait out that time at that booth. I did, though, was able to get into both photo ops, both the Dandy plush one and the Twisted Dandy one. And I have photos of those somewhere. They're a bit far back in my gallery now.
Absolutely not. That line was way too long. If you wanted to play that, you'd have to get the VIP pass. We only got the standard passes, but yeah.
For the Dandy booth, what impressed you the most?
And you would be right. It's the Ichor machine. I think, as someone who's very technical, mechanical kind of things, seeing that they went out of their way to make a life-size Ichor machine and make it a functioning game to keep people engaged at the booth was honestly very impressive for me. It's always nice to see like this level of love put into little attractions rather than just being a pop-up shop. And it's clear that they had, they saw the opportunity. We're like, oh man, we're gonna go all out. This is gonna be cool. And yeah, overall, I thought the Ichor machine's like probably the most impressive thing across all of the booths. It's not a crazy thing, but more than most of the booths did, except for the Ready or Not booth. That thing was kind of crazy as well.
What impressed me the most? Okay, all right. The overall thing that impressed me the most was just the scenery of the booth. It was like most like the props and decor there was like almost flawless to the game. It was really cool.
If there was valuable merch at the booth, did you buy the merch?
I did not. I am not that versed in dandies. It's definitely not like something I'm too interested in, but I did think looking at the booth itself and like taking note of the detail was cool nonetheless.
Me, I bought the Level Up Expo exclusive poster that they had there, the Danny's World one specifically. It's got all the main tunes, like huddled around an arcade machine. It's nice. It's also themed after like a Nintendo 64 game box art, which I thought was really. My sister bought a Pebble plushie.
Have you played Dandy's World before?
I have. I haven't played it many times. I think it is a tiny bit slow for my taste, but I have played the game and I know what the bit's about.
What game are we talking about?
I don't know, man. It may be Dandy's World.
Okay, I do play Dandy's World. I play it occasionally, but I do play it.
Either way, if you have or haven't played Dandy's, would this booth convince you to play Dandy's World after Level Up Expo if you didn't know anything about Dandy's?
I'd say yeah, convincing enough booths to definitely push it. It doesn't even seem like they're overcompensating or anything. It seems like it's already a big deal and they're passionate enough to show it. And I feel like a lot of people would try out Dandy's after seeing that booth.
Most likely, yes. I would most likely, almost positively, play it after seeing that booth. I guess like if I did interact with the booth, I still picked up my burger. If I did actually was able to extract the ichor, then most likely, yeah.
Would you like me to share any photos of the con to the video?
Let me go find them real quick. I probably have them.
I'm probably gonna put up the obviously the picture that I got of Sam and Yohav desk with the different rough drafts of like short cartoons. The shop, the giant inflatable dandy.
Anything else you would like to say, booth related or not?
It was a relatively small booth, but there's definitely bigger booths than that, but the amount of detail is amidst the highest that any had had. Anything else I want to say to everyone watching right now, go to Level Up next year. You'll probably find me. Fine, go play Deltarune Chapter 5.
Buy VIP pass. It is so worth it to get through those lines.
That is true. I can say this is another contour in a different convention area.
Yeah.
But is there anything else unrelated you want to say?
If it's still up and going, long while this video is uploaded, join the Luigi Group VR chat group and the Discord server. We do all things Super Mario related.
This is true. I performed there once.
Yeah.
My closing thoughts. I don't hate dandies, it's just, I know it's surprising based on what I said, it's just my tone can get funky. People can like what they like. Well, I have strong opinions, as long as you have fun with what you enjoy, that's fine by me. I truly think, though, this game can improve. Will it improve on the twisted designs? I highly doubt it. I'm gonna be honest, I highly doubt it. But it's clear to me Dandy's is at least trying to head somewhere better. Because when I was writing this script, on December 31st, some of the animations in the game changed. And there was some new UI, and it looked really good. But I definitely want to see more horror invested into this game. As right now, I can't tell if Dandy's really wants to be horror or just some slot for kitties. Because I'm gonna be honest, what horror game do you know has a collab with Care Bears? No, go on, I'm curious. Which, if Dandy's is trying to be a horror game, it doesn't really make sense to have a, collab with Care Bears. Because unless there's somehow a Care Bears.exe game I'm unaware of, I doubt Dandy's is a horror game if they collab with Care Bears. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I doubt there's an official Care Bears.exe game or Care Bears collab with, any horror media. So I doubt, Dandy's is, considers itself a true horror game. There's so much more I wanted to put in this video, but this video has taken way too long and I didn't want it out. It has survived going through Christmas, Halloween, seeing my mother die, seeing me go to a Living Tombstone concert, watch me make new and old friends, see me finish my Tesla cosplay, watch me get on the Catastrophes dev team, and I just want it out already. And if I don't get it out soon, I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna see me go through the entirety of Art Fight, and then it's gonna see me also go to another convention. Within the time frame that I've worked on this video. And I'm gonna be honest, I'll say it, I really haven't been motivated recently to keep going on this video. Roblox is on a downward spiral in general, besides, the game itself. Game developers are falling apart. Not a lot of people are interested in Roblox. They removed chat for, any age. And a lot of shit is just, man, what the fuck is Roblox doing now? So, I really have no will to continue this video any further. There's a lot more I really wanted to say, but as of right now, I can't. And with that, I will see you guys on the flip side. Bye, everyone!
justice!
Where are you going?
No.